Okay, so update on the work. So I've engaged someone who is now doing the entire uh, connection of this wiper motor. So he's doing that wiper motor, I mean the window motors. You can see he's doing the connection now, so to make it work. Um, so um, so far, yeah, just the motor of this one has a fault with the door, but notwithstanding, okay, it's okay. Okay. So we'll keep you guys updated. So at least instead of taking the car to my place to spend days to make out time to do this, it's better he have it done faster. Then the ESP warning appears has been fixed. We tried 2000, which is this panel here. This. So we tried two used ones, and both of them, one didn't even start the vehicle. The second one has its other issues. We started the car, but other faults were there. So we decided, you know what, to see if we can be able to repair the current one. So he was able to do that. The ES warning has stopped. Although the car was still stationary, but at least it has stopped, because before then, once you steer the car to the left fully, to the right fully, like this, once you turn it to this side, the warning will pop up. But if you turn it to the other side, it won't give you warning. That the left side, no warning. So now it has stopped until we now take it on the road. We now confirm fully. Though the airbag warning is still there. So that one, I don't know. I think we just leave it for now. Because I mean, we tried up to actually like 4, not even 2. From 2000, and they all have issues. That's one thing we use once. So we'll have for now work with the one that we have, the one that came with the car. The Wi-Fi gate didn't work. We later find out why. I think it was working before, if I'm not mistaken. There's a sign that it worked. So then now it didn't work. So find out. I can't remember ever using this wiper blade. I don't remember using it. I mean the wiper. But it seems it worked before from the look on the windscreen. So anyway, look at that to know why it didn't work. Why it was doing this repair. The rear one worked too. So so after that we'll look at the back speakers. Then this display as well. So I've called for someone to send another display. Hopefully the one that can match the vehicle. And I also asked them to bring this so that to work. Hopefully the one they will bring, this one will start working, the loader. Okay, so it's progress. And so one more thing, that air filter box, this is one they brought. It's not actually, this is for either EW10J or EW10A. But I was gonna let them bring it first. Let's see whether there's any way to make this thing to work so that loud noise will stop. It's not the exact match. This space is much smaller for the normal rates. The total thing is, since we tried, called Lagos, my contacts, they couldn't find the one for exactly this engine. So let's see if we can make this work. If it doesn't work, then I'll return it. So we update later. So update. As you can see, we virtually discussed with the owner. So he now said that he really wants the airbag warning gone. So we decided that the best option would be to drop the dashboard, which he agreed. In fact, he was even the one that suggested that we go ahead and drop it, even if we had to, just to be sure that every connection there is correct. So, so this technician that I called that did the with door switches now checked and now saw this is the airbag connectors. You can see these two wires, they were cut off completely. So, and because remember it's conversion, so right hand drive to left hand drive. So this left hand drive dashboard. So it seems when they purchased this dashboard, this connector was cut off. So, and the person that now mounted, he didn't bother to make sure that he removed the connector on the old one, the right hand drive dashboard, so that he could connect it on this one. You know. So this is the where it's supposed to enter. That's the leaf. So what that means is we have to find the connector. So it's dropping the dashboard actually. That's what he's working on now. To drop the dashboard. So to see how to go about running this, connecting the airbags. Honestly, that's one thing when it comes to right hand drive conversion. My issue is always that electrical. You know, people, especially when dealers are the one doing the conversion, they do it with the lowest amount. They look for the person that will do it cheapest, that will charge them less, so that will do it anyhow. You know, if not, what does it take to actually connect the airbag to have it properly done without doing the pushing? So that's the next step. This is steering column. So yeah, well, that's it. I think for this thing, we may even have to return it. The CD loader, the used one they sent. Not sure I'll bother with that one. We have to return it. Then even the radio is playing tricks. We realize that the issue with the speakers is actually from the radio. We tested with another 2 radios. They kept doing us. If you put different radio, 2 speakers, probably this one and this one will start to play, to produce sound. You put another radio, the other 2. I don't really get. So I'm thinking either the radio or the display is actually messing it up. I'm suspecting that display. You see. What we might even do is let's finish with the dashboard first. Then we may end up probably disconnecting the display to see if the radio works, all the speakers work. So my advice, if you are buying a right-hand drive, if you have the opportunity, buy it before the conversion, or even after the purchase. Then you have to still do the conversion. In other words, pull out a lot of things to be sure that the conversion was properly done. You know, before you take the car or start using the vehicle. Yes. These warnings were there on this main panel, but I was thinking it could be the computers and not knowing that. You see, that's one of the things. They will cut the wire, do all those things under the dashboard, which you cannot see, and the camera can't really tell you this is what is going on. Only that tell you there's no communication or there's a faulty component, but there is now up to you to figure out whether it's actually a missing component or disconnected or loss of communication or wrong connection. So yeah, so these are the wiring harnesses behind. So with the person that is working on it, I believe all this will be sorted out. He has to know what he's doing. So to keep you guys updated. Okay, so update on the car. As you can see, there's a change here on the front grille. So this is the old one. This is the old front grille. As you can remember, two of the chrome, these two chrome, the two here we are missing. So this is the old one. So eventually I was lucky, since it was only one person that had this grill here in Abuja. So I was able to find a new one, not cheap though, you can see. So we just removed this blue thing that covered it. Some of them are even still attached, you can see. So we're going to get new ones. So I also called someone and I came, brought this thing and swap the new one with the old one. So, and to do that I had to remove the bumper, and it was able to even set the bumper much better. Before now, it didn't lap very well here, but it was able to adjust. So it brought the bumper, but I had to remove it from behind, not from the front. So the car looks now much better, you know. So this old one, we still keep it, even though it's actually broken, which was what made the chrome to pull out. You can see. You can see here, it was what made it to the chrome to pull out. Even both sides, this one too, and this where the chrome was. But notwithstanding, you can solder both sides, then it stays, and the other can still keep it. You know, I just hope it doesn't break in transition. Even this place can be, something else can put something else here, so it doesn't stay empty. Anyway, this one is solved, so we'll put this on, and so everything is being sorted out gradually. Alright. Update. So this one is about the clutch. So we noticed, I mentioned earlier that the slave master cylinder was leaking, hydraulic. So by the time we removed it, I purchased a new master cylinder. This is it, the new one. The old one, I have to find where we kept the old one. Anyway, go back to it. So now I looked at, now notice this. This is the pleasure line, the hydraulic pleasure line. So this is the one that we found on the car. So this one is actually for right hand drive. So remember, the pedal will be here. So this is too long. So what they did was they now bent it, and now they use the right hand drive clutch master cylinder. You can see this is for right hand drive. In fact, they even have to cut something here. And I decided to buy the factory left-hand drive master cylinder. They even had to see what they did here. You can see construction done here. So they now went there because this over here will be longer, while if it's here, it will be shorter. So they now did the construction, added the pipe here, welded it. I was just surprised that it didn't leak. Normally when you do this kind of thing, sometimes the cylinder will start leaking. So we decided to put the normal one, number one, to get rid of this hose or pleasure line, hydraulic pleasure line. So we got another used one, which is almost this normal length. As you can see, not too long. So got another used one, and now bought a new clutch master cylinder. So we measured it. Open it. So I want to open it now for the first time. Okay. So it comes with this hose. So it comes with this. So this is the right one that is supposed to be there. So you can see. This carry almost the same length. I mean, how much does this thing cost? They would have just purchased the normal thing and put. I mean, see, it's always good if you buy a converted car, just give some money for you to use to correct some of the errors made during the conversion. Because trust me, they will most time they will use some of the right-hand drive parts and to forge it, do some construction on it to work on this left side. instead of buying the actual left side component for it. So so we are now, that's why we are going to put this. This is the normal one, new one. So both of them are new. So I also bought a hydraulic. So I've discussed with the owner. So what we are going to do, remember it has two reservoirs here. So we are going to drain the entire hydraulic on this vehicle, not just the one on the clutch. The one on the clutch is off completely since the two cylinders are out. But for the brake, we release fluid on all the four brake calipers on the wheels, so that all these ones will go out. And so I bought 3 liters of total coolant. It's not even sure. Is this up to a liter? It says 0.5. It's not even up to a liter. Wow. So how much? It was 5,600 per one. This is .4 total brake fluid. So this should be enough to take care of the clutch and the bleeding, and then the entire wheel calipers, including the reservoir. Anyway, if it's not enough, I can buy another 1 liter. So that this, remember, Peugeot say every 2 years you must flush your hydraulic from your system. Otherwise, it becomes a problem over time. So that's what we are going to do now. So we'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so update. So we connected everything, mounted the master clutch cylinder and the slave clutch cylinder. You can see it's actually raining right now. You can see, but then you can see water dropping here. It's also settling here. It's because of this. So remember I was saying what I intend to do was, after this thing, we take it, they will put leather. I've done it on 107 before. They put one kind of leather here, so that as this thing is dropping, it will just be going down. You won't touch any side here, even the engine. And see this one is also dropping. So that to avoid, because I could go and seal this place. If you do it, it will stop leaking. But what matters then is, this thing, it won't last, because anytime you have to remove this thing, same issue, because to accept the shock absorber, you must remove this. This thing comes up almost every now and then, depending on what you want to do. So why waste your time doing it over and over than giving it a permanent solution? So I intend to do that. However, back to the clutch. So this one, we mounted it, put the right length of the hydraulic pressure line. However, this new clutch master cylinder, for some reason, is not working well. It's breathing well. If you put it there, the hydraulic flows out from the slave master cylinder. But when you now press it down, instead of you to push the pressure to the slave cylinder, it will push out the hydraulic from you. Will push out the hydraulic from here, from the reservoir. So it's otherwise it's working the reverse way. Instead of it to push down, it's pushing up. So mean that I've called the person I collected it from. They are returning, it can't work. So all the people I've called, my contacts I've called, they all have a new one. So I think we may have to go try a used one this time around. So we'll try. We'll see what happens. Depending on, we'll get a new one, used one. Then we'll try it and then I'll update. We really need to fix this. The person that will do this thing is not at this workshop. Otherwise, I would have engaged the person to see this place. I mean, the rain is not even falling that heavy, and yet you can see water dropping everywhere. I mean, this is the engine ECU bus with the fuse bus. So I don't even want any water around here. See how water is hitting here. That reminds me, could it even be the reason that water entered inside the gearbox? Because it's leaking water from here. Anything everything is possible. It's possible that probably this thing was not there or something, so water now enter. As water is dropping from here, you'll find a way inside into the gearbox. You know. So this needs to be dealt with as quickly as possible. Okay, so we update. Okay. So updates. We've sorted out the clutch issue, so it's working now with the new clutch cylinder. But here, what we now did was we got a used one, new clutch master cylinder. So you can see, it's not new. It's not new. This one is new. You can see it. It's left cylinder. So, and this works well. Let's check for if there is a leakage. I'm not seeing any hydraulic here. Hold on, let me see. All I do, we'll wipe it and observe. But so far, it looks a little bit wet, but dry enough. We'll clean it off and see. So far, but the pumping now it works well. It pumps very well. So that one is sorted out. So the next thing now to deal with is that ESP warning that keeps coming back. So we may end up changing the computer, which is this, or see if we can repair. But remember, we did an attempt to change the computer and just tried about 4 used ones. None of them worked or gave us what we wanted. So honestly, then we want to drain the next thing out also. Okay, next thing to do is to drain the entire brake tube. Drain the entire brake tube. What we should have actually done was to drain it before we even do this brake. Okay, I think what we do is we remove this, drain the hydraulic, keep it somewhere. The fresh one, you can see this one is still fresh. Actually remove it from here, from the clutch cylinder, master cylinder. From here, drain everything, put it on a fresh container, and then drain the one that goes out to the 4 calipers. Then after which we put back this one and then use this one, pour this one before we pour fresh one. So with that we know that all the calipers, we did all the calipers and all the brakes have been sorted out. Then we now deal with the ESP issue, which is from 2000. After which, then the car will be ready to be delivered. Okay, so keep you guys updated.